What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo. And last night on my live stream, I was sitting there talking with a lot of the players about the waifus in Marvel Future Fight. And I said we don't have any good waifus in Marvel Future Fight. And what I mean by that is we don't have any strong waifus, like as far as PvE content is concerned. Now in PvP, yeah, we got some waifus that are pretty strong, especially in AC and what have you. And certain PvE game modes like Squad Battle and ABX. Obviously, we got a couple waifus we're looking at right now that are freaking meta for that. But I'm talking about like who are the good waifus in World Boss Legend, right? What girls, what waifus are top tier, the best in World Boss Legend? And I came to the conclusion that there are none. There are none, at least in my opinion, as far as the ladies that I consider waifus are not top tier. Like there's some good candidates, some good characters, but they're not top tier. And I always think that's strange that they're not, right? I never really thought about this that much before, but when I got to thinking about it, I thought, man, I got three waifus I'm looking at right now. Rogue and Scarlet and Emma are easily like way up there for me as far as Marvel girls. I mean, these are my babies right here. These are some of my favorite characters in Marvel. And, like Rogue got a great upgrade. It's a great uniform, but the RNG with her critical damage from her uniform effect always just felt lacking to me, right? It's so inconsistent. Sometimes she hits like a truck, sometimes she doesn't, and it's just, I find it annoying, to be perfectly honest. Against Mephisto, she is one of the better characters for sure, but against Snull, not really. She's good, but she's not one of the best. She's not in top tier category. She's not in Cable's tier. She's not in Shang-Chi's tier. She's not that as strong as those characters. She's not like that powerful. And that's what I'm talking about as far as waifu power in World Boss Legend, right? No girl is on that tier that I would consider an actual waifu. Now, obviously, my opinion of who's a waifu and your opinion are going to be two different things. And let me know in the comments who your waifu is. And let me know if you feel they are a top tier character. I mean, we got Scarlet. Scarlet is an amazing character, right? But she's an ABX meta. And we all know that just because the character is an ABX meta, just because they can put up higher scores than the other characters in their class, doesn't mean that they're a World Boss Legend powerhouse. Scarlet is not. She's a good character, and she's okay in World Boss Legend. She's far from a World Boss Legend powerhouse. Again, she's not on the tier of the characters that I previously mentioned. She is not up there, which sucks, right? And it just bums me out, right? And the thing about ABX, guys, is like some characters you only play once a week, or some characters you play every 2 weeks, right? And it's just like, that's the reason I put more stocks in World Boss Legend. One, better rewards, but also because you play it every day. You play it every day. And you want to play with your waifus. You want to play with your favorite characters every single day. And do I need to even talk about Emma? Do I need to talk about what they've done to Emma? They shit on Emma a couple times, right? They gave her the Black Queen uniform, which is a great looking uniform. I freaking love it, right? This is big time waifu for a lot of us out there. But then she got the Phoenix uniform, and what'd they do for her? They didn't do anything for her, right? This uniform didn't jump her damage up hardly anything. Made her better in Shadowland, and that's about it. The damage is almost virtually the same between this and the Black Queen uniform. It's absolutely pathetic how Netmarble treated this girl. And I've actually talked about Emma in a couple different videos in the past because I get so upset when I look at her. But she's just, yes, she's great in AC. She was good in PvP. But again, I'm talking about World Boss Legend, right? And then we scroll down, and again, as far as like who your waifus are, it's going to depend on you, right? Who they are. Like, I know Sharon Rogers. Sharon Rogers is a very, very strong character, but personally, when I look at Sharon Rogers, I don't think waifu material. I think hoss woman. I think freaking badass. That's what I think when I look at Sharon Rogers. I don't think waifu. I mean, when I look at Emma and Scarlet and Rogue, I'm like, yum yum. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm thinking. But when I look at Sharon Rogers, I think awesome, right? I don't think yum yum. I don't. That thought process doesn't cross my mind. When I look at a character like Moonstone, and Moonstone is top tier, she is. But for me, and I don't know for some of you, maybe she will be, but for me, I don't know. I'm not on the waifu train for Moonstone. That's just my opinion. I mean, she's a good looking woman, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just not on it. She doesn't do it for me. You know what I mean? But then we got a character like Arrow, who I do consider waifu. And yeah, I mean, she'll be good, you know, in PvP, but she isn't worth a crap in World Boss Legend. She's a freaking joke there, right? And then you scroll down here and you look at, I mean, I don't know, maybe some of you might consider like Proxima or maybe some of the Black Order characters waifu. I personally don't. I really love them, but I don't really consider them waifu. And then we get into Jean Grey, who you definitely could consider a waifu. I think for a lot of players out there, maybe she would be for sure. I love Jean Grey, but I don't know. I'm not on the waifu train for her, to be perfectly honest with you guys. And then we get into a character like Storm, who Storm I do consider a waifu. I really do. I love Storm like crazy. She is a sexy lightning goddess. But, you know, even this uniform, like, as strong as it made her, they didn't really, like, by the way, this look for her isn't waifu look for me. I actually prefer the long hair all out. The mohawk is cool, but that's more like, I get that Sharon Rogers vibe when I look at that uniform. But when I look at, like, her right now, I get more of the waifu vibe, you know what I mean? Storm's a beautiful, beautiful woman. But she never really has been, like, she's strong, but not strong enough, right? I mean, a really well-built Storm can actually perform pretty well, but for most players, not really, right? And then you just scroll down here, I mean, Black Widow, right? I think Black Widow's waifu for many people, but she's never been very good at all in PvE. She was good in PvP, but never PvE, never War Boss Legends. She never was top tier by any means. Now, I mean, there's definitely a good argument for Luna, right? I think for a lot of people, Luna's going to be a waifu. For me, not really. But I do like Luna. But if you do consider her waifu, then maybe for you, you know, then you will have a girl that's going to be way up there on top because, you know, she can take advantage of a lot of strong buffs like White Fox. And I mean, in this uniform, she's actually really, really strong in World Boss Legend, but I don't think top tier. And then again, that just brings me back to what I'm talking about, you know, not really top tier. I mean, Valkyrie's massive waifu for me. I mean, this uniform is gorgeous, but ABX, you know, that's pretty much a support. ABX, that's pretty much what she's relegated to. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful ladies in here. I mean, you got Captain Marvel, guys, but I don't consider Captain Marvel waifu. Maybe if we like take a look at Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel waifu. I love Miss Marvel. Nothing against Captain Marvel, but you know, these uniforms for me, like, she looks cool, but not waifu. This to me, like, whenever you got the Miss Marvel thing going on, yeah, that's waifu right there. That's waifu. She's gorgeous. You know, Blue Dragon's a waifu for me, but I mean, she isn't worth a crap, right? She's pretty bad. Like, there's a lot of girls in here that it's like Netmarble doesn't want to treat them that well. And I almost wonder if it's because, you know, they know their audience. They know that their audience looks at their waifus, right? And they're going to buy the uniform no matter what because it's their waifu, right? See, this is something you see in gacha games a lot. And I bet it almost feels like they're wise to that. And they're like, So we'll have our beautiful girl here, right? She's a real fan favorite. So we'll go ahead and just make her strong, but she won't be top tier, but they'll still buy the uniform, right? Just like with Wolverine and lots of other characters in the past. I mean, they made Yelena stronger than Black Widow in PvE. Yeah, you know? Yelena's not a popular character. I mean, Yelena's beautiful, but she's not a popular character, right? Well, she might be with the MCU, but that's just the truth of it, right? They do this a lot. They're like Moonstone. Moonstone is not a popular character at all. I mean, most people didn't know who the hell Moonstone was before she came into Marvel Future Fight. And many of them still don't know who she is, right? And they made her stronger than all the girls in the game. Pretty much. And when it comes to World Boss Legend, pretty much. And it really just makes you wonder. And then when you get out of Awakened characters, and I know I'm skipping over maybe some of the girls you might consider waifu. I mean, look at Psylocke. This is a character that got brought up last night, you know, when I was talking about, you know, all our waifus. I mean, Psylocke's massive waifu, right? But like, she's strong, and this is a damn good uniform, but she doesn't have an awakened skill. She doesn't have a tier 3. So she isn't very useful for a lot of players, which is a real bummer, right? I'm gonna be pretty damn happy whenever they give this character a damn awaken skill or tier 3, so we can actually play her in some World Boss Legend, actually enjoy her in some other content. Because right now she just sits on the shelf, and I really just hate seeing this beautiful thing sitting on the sidelines doing nothing. What a waste, in my humble opinion. And I'm sure there's many others that I'm probably gonna skip over. I mean, you know, you got Silk here, you got Sue Storm, right? I mean, look what they do. Sue's a waifu, but you know, her, I mean, she's strong, but not top tier, right? You got Enchantress, who's, I mean, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Enchantress is, right? She's to die for. But she doesn't have an awakened skill. She doesn't have a tier 3. And, you know, and I could go on, you know, about other characters that'd be waifus like Minerva, Red She-Hulk, you know, that I've always loved. But, you know, either they don't have awakened skills or tier 3s, or they're just not strong. I mean, we have no, in my humble opinion, we have no top tier waifu. And I know it seems kind of silly to talk about waifus, but these are our favorite characters, and we want to see them be top tier. I want to see Scarlet be top tier. I want to see Emma be top tier. I want to see Rogue be top tier. I want to see like all these girls that I've mentioned in this video, Storm, to be top tier. And it just seems like Netmarble milks those characters out more so than characters that we don't even know. So let me know who your waifu is, and let me know if you're happy with the results of your waifu in this game. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GMT+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See ya.